Hello, everybody, and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Good Marvelous, and today I am joined by a very special guest, friend of the show, Kevin Tame.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, thank you so much for coming on, Kevin. I always love having you on the show. You've been on in the past, and you're also a streamer yourself. Can you let some of our people know where they can find some of your content?
Yeah, so I'm just primarily on YouTube. The Hacktivist is my channel, and I think it's Hacktivist runs the nets. Maybe is the short handle. Um, but yeah, you can find me there. I haven't been streaming as much lately, but I was talking to you at Store Champs this weekend, and I was like, man, I should get back into doing this some more because I really like making Netrunner content, and I was focusing on the work with Nisei that I've been doing, like before like the release of Downfall,
Mm-hmm.
and so I wasn't really into Netrunner per se, like playing the game. And now that that's like died down for the work there for me, I decided to play more Netrunner and stream more content.
And we're happy to see you do it because you are one of the better content creators, in my opinion. You're very thoughtful in the way that you play and approach the game and the way you talk about the game when you're playing. So if you haven't checked out Kevin's stuff in the past, I strongly recommend that you do so because there's just a lot of really good information there that you can glean out if you take a look at his channel. But yeah, so what are we doing today, Kevin?
So, I so this is not. I played a Q-Shook, I think is how you say it. Q-Shook's kind of spam deck at the Store Champs, and I think it's actually a pretty strong deck. It's a little bit different than this one, but I kept thinking to myself, like, Angolo is a really fun card. Like, I was playing it in Criminal, and I've been playing it in Shaper, obviously, and I was like, I wonder if I could play it out of Max. And so I built,
Turns out you can.
yeah, I think you can. So I built this deck here with Angolo, and the idea here is to install a bunch of three-cost things like Data Folding, Ice Carver, Begot. You also have your daily cast. And then people who might make fun of us, the mem strips or meme strips, as you would
Yeah,
say.
the meme strips.
It's a three cost, and the only reason I actually have it in here because I used to be on Maw with my other deck, and Maw is great. I love Maw, but it's six cost, and my intention is not to really mill them out, right? I don't need. I'm really just trying to hit R&D, and so I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really need that. So then I looked for other consoles, and if Grimoire was available, I'd probably take that. But instead I went for the three cost mem strips. So. And then the other thing is you also want to just gather a lot of economy. You don't. I didn't really care how much like money they had, so I went with Peace in Our Time, um, and it seemed pretty good. So we'll give it a roll here. I've given it like maybe one or two tests, and I don't know if it was a good uh, sample of if it was good or not. But
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it
um,
right now.
yeah, so a good starting hand is going to be economy. Um, this
This looks
this
pretty okay, right?
it's okay. With Max though, I feel like you can be pretty. You
You
can
could be
mulligan
pretty greedy because all your cards are good.
exactly.
This is
Um,
better.
I think so. The sure gamble is really nice. Having the ret run is really good because we're going to start drawing really aggressively to get to Angolo. This is an interesting one because next design they're going to have a lot of ice, um, which might not be bad. We'll see. So, whew, that's a setup.
All right, so
Because
the max flip
oh,
is
this is
two
great.
data suckers.
Yeah, so I would actually draw here.
Okay.
That's good. And then sure gamble. I would get your street peddler down. Let's check
Sure
it.
gamble, data folding, and a Kushik. Not
Okay,
the
so
worst.
that's good. And then maybe use your dirty laundry on archives because I feel like this person might have a lot of ice and try and ice everything up. So we want to
Sure.
get value on those as early as possible. And that feels like a pretty good start.
Yeah, feels pretty good.
Because the main risk in this deck is not getting Angolo and losing it. Obviously, losing your levy and stuff like that and your same old things, but that's less likely.
Okay.
I don't know what this is. This
So the
feels
max
fair.
flip is a corroder and a daily cast, and we pull up another.
Sorry, we made a mistake there. We should have used our street peddler
Oh yeah.
on data folding. You can ask if you want, but maybe we'll just wait till next turn. Before turn, yeah.
Okay.
And so what went in the heap? It went your corroder and daily cast.
Correct.
So what do you think this is in server 2?
Probably an NGO front, right?
Feels like it. So then they would have installed it in server 1. So there's something like an agenda or something in server 1.
Right.
If we think so, we're making a lot of logical leaps here. But if we assume that's an NGO, then we probably assume that there's not an upgrade in server 1.
Right.
So I still think what you want to do in this deck is set up. It's okay if they score a few points.
Do we want to keep them from getting the extra hit on the NGO front?
I don't know. I would draw first to see. Yeah, so that's better. I would draw again. And then I would do Sure Gamble Liberated. I think it's okay to let them kind of get set up here because we want to set up.
Right. Fair enough.
This isn't the crowdfunding decks and like the Stabby Max decks, like they're much more aggressive than this one is. Okay, so I assume that's an agenda, probably an Ikowa project or something like that, or an SSL, some big 3-pointer.
So
yeah, that's good cards to lose. So we can pitch our MK, and I would just draw. It would have been really nice to see an inject here soon. Draw again. Okay, that's good. We have good pieces. So I would install the... you could probably install any of these things is okay to install, to be honest.
I think probably the corroder, because it gives us the most money flexibility, and then hit lib?
Well, that means we're going to have to pitch 2 cards, which we only want to pitch 1. So we want to install something. So it could be, you could save money by pitching, because we know they're going to score this agenda. So we could pitch the MK and the Angolo and then ret run next turn. And then we're really set up at that point. And we can start.
I like that play.
So maybe just click the Liberated.
Yeah, I like that play. Now, if they arc lockdown us, then they got us, right?
Yeah, I mean, that sucks. Then we're hosed.
I think one of the biggest things here is that I'm excited that you're using not Black Orchestra, because Black Orchestra is probably my most hated of the Anarch package.
Okay, so this is good.
Do we want to red run?
Let's draw first. Okay, so our play is going to be this: ret run, same old thing, and Ice Carver down.
Nice. Replacement effect. Give me that sweet Angolo.
Yep.
And then same old thing.
Oh, no, stop. Not that one. Mem strips. Because we need the MU.
Ah.
You can keep same old thing down. Same old thing's fine.
Oh, not Ice Carver, you mean?
Not Ice Carver, yes. Sorry. I meant, I realized that we need the MU.
Well, the MU is only for viruses, though.
It's fine. It still counts, though, for the data folding.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, it counts for the data folding. Yeah. I gotcha. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So they are rushing here pretty quick.
I think they realize that, even if we were just playing the normal max, they're on a pretty strict clock, right?
Yeah, so I think we can contest. Ooh, this inject is very tempting. But let's take Liberated and check server 1.
So how many hits of Liberated do you want me to take?
So we have decent. They're at 10 credits, so we have to think what they can res. Fairchild 3. Eli is going to cost us 4. Fairchild 3 costs us, what is that? 1, 2, 5.
Yep.
We also want to click if it's an Ikoa project, which I don't think it is. I think it's a Vitruvius or a Rashida.
So probably hit it twice and then go in.
I think so, yeah. I mean, we also have stim hacks, but I like to save those for.
Yeah, I like to save those as well for like the big like make or break.
Yeah, especially when the server's a little bigger. I don't know if this is a Jinja deck. It might be a Jinja deck, so getting rid of Jinja is really good, but that costs 5, so.
Next, gold.
That is annoying. What is that? Read that one.
It's the one they're doing the baddie trick. It's the one where for each next they do net damage in trash programs. So at some point they're gonna set up a baddie and try to beat us that way.
So can we break this?
We can install MK and it'll be a total of 8, or we can break it with an Ngolo and it'll be a total of 6.
Let's do Angolo because they're only at 2 credits, so I don't think they're going to be able to res anything that's like too painful for us. What did that cost them to res?
8. Because it can, once there's like 5 next dice res, a baddie can kill us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a Surat City Grid. Yeah, they're doing this combo. We got to get rid of this. This is the one that when they res one thing, they get to res something else, and they can chain a bunch of reses together. So they'll res the baddie and then res all of the ice on the board, basically.
Let's trash it.
Okay, this is also a new card. Out here in server 3.
Is it a Rashida or something like that? I would just check it.
Yeah, let's go check it.
I don't think it's going to be painful.
Now, right now, there's 1 Kushik in the bin. You're running 2 here, right? Jeeves model Bioroids. Get rid of it?
Yep. In decks like this, like Jeeves can sometimes be...
the thing that makes or breaks the game.
Well, it just can be like a hidden... like sometimes you're like, oh, it's really expensive to trash and it doesn't seem worth it, but it wins them games, especially when they... that feels like an NGO. But it might not be.
All right.
This is good. Okay, so I would inject here, to be honest. We're gonna get a lot. No, yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Okay, so let's just set up some more. So let's take a liberated money. Let's get down. I would do our clone chip is going to be good to bring a data sucker because we're going to really want that. And we lost them, I believe. So I would do your data sucker and your data folding, and then I would trash your stim hack. And we really want this. We kind of want some of these cards. Maybe injecting wasn't the best. I don't think you need. It depends on what we want. The 2 I would trash would be stim hack and liberated, or stim hack. So it's one of those combos because we're gonna want a piece in our time.
Yeah, we're gonna want the piece. I want.
Oh, actually, maybe not though because they're so poor. It's sometimes really good to.
They're not so poor.
That's true. Because we're almost through our deck. The idea here is to get kind of set up all through your deck. Like run through your deck, get all the 3 cost stuff down, and then we're into kind of. I usually. Oh, what's that? Rude.
You have more than one of them, right?
I only have 1. So Angolo is is now our breaker. So we're gonna try and spam this as much as we can. Do we want? Yeah, we got a piece.
We do have a spoon. Spoon helps.
Yeah, we should kill that thing when we get a chance. So then let's just get our liberated ice carver, and then
hit that shit.
Yeah, it might have been better to draw like at the beginning of our turn. Because let's look in our heap real quick to see what we're missing for economy. So this is an agenda, I think. Um,
Do we want to go get it?
let's think here. So yeah, maybe running two MKs is probably good. But let's think here. So do you think that is two? The question is that 2 centuries stacked up?
I don't think so, but I've been wrong in the past.
So a play could be to liberated. Don't do it yet. Let's think about it. So we're also gonna lose a total of. So the other thing is we have 4 cards left in the stack, which means we can, if we draw, well, we'll lose all of them if we don't draw. We'll only gain 1. If we draw, we'll be able to get 2 out of the 4 because the way max works, right? 2 in the trash and then draw.
Yep.
So we want to think about that. And then the other thing is I think killing this ice is good. So I would do this is my plan is draw, liberated. That one's, we don't need that one. Liberated. Let's just be risky here. This might be, I don't think it's an Ikoa project. I would take another liberated and then spooned. You don't even need a boost. Oh no, if we had data sucker, that's fine though.
Can't have it all.
Can't have it all, but that's okay. Now it might suck here if they have another next gold.
No, it's a Hagen. And we only have icebreakers in play, so we don't need to break the first sub. Ice Carver, such a good card.
Yeah, it is, especially once we get data sucker tokens in. That was a good kill. So now we're gonna get one more card, and unfortunately we didn't. What's in the heap? Do we have Levy in the heap?
Levy is in the heap.
And then so we could potentially get another same old thing, which would be good because then we could Kushuk and then Levy.
Well, we can Kushuk right now. We have one in hand.
We could potentially get 2 Kushuks, I'm saying, before we Levy.
Hey,
okay.
We did get the same old thing. Look at you with your magic.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, so
right now we're showing 4 cards for Kushuk.
So it might be good to poke around, like some centrals like HQ. So wait, no, it's not run yet. Let's plan here. So if we we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 accesses for Kushuk. So it's not great, but it's okay. I would liberated run HQ Kushuk.
Now, do you ever install multiple mem strips to increase the power of your rockin'?
Before you access and get successful,
I'm gonna get the data sucker. Yeah. Yep. I'm picking up what you're putting down. This isn't my first Anarch rodeo. Yeah, we lost the data suckers on the very first flip of the game.
What's next Sapphire do?
It's the one where it's draw, put stuff back onto the deck, pull stuff out of archives.
Yeah, let's do
next.
Yeah, let's do a Kushuk run. Because we haven't used our ability yet on Ngolo, so we're pretty safe.
Water.
I mean, you could have installed another mem strips, but that's an expensive extra access, I think. You don't need this. This is really cheap to break. This is great. Or actually, how many subs is it?
3.
Oh, not as cheap. I thought it was only 2.
We do hit an Ikoa project.
That's good. Let's take that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and steal that boy. I think this is the next deck that I've seen going around that only has big agendas. Right? The idea is it like armors up
So like we don't actually run the risk because they're trying to do this in server one,
Right.
right? And so if we can spam R&D, so we are a little poor, but we could get another. What's the cost here? So we're gonna gain 2. Kushuk is 3. Cost us. We have to break 3 subs. Um, we probably want to levy, to be honest. Well, then we like because the problem is then Kushuk is in our stack, right? And we have to like redraw into it to be able to spam, and they're in a kind of a weak spot right now, so we might be able to hit another agenda.
Okay.
So it's like this is the risk. This is the question for you. What you think is it will make us a little poor, so it will be harder for us to levy the following turn because we have no good.
Money cards left.
Yeah. So it might be clicking for credits here a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we could click for 2 credits in Kushuk and see if we can pick another agenda, or click for a credit in Kushuk.
We want to click just in case the ICWA,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so we can click for a credit Kushuk and then just see what happens.
So that right there, let's count. So we have 3 for Kushuk. So that's 6 credits right there. We would still need 2 credits for ICWA project. So we need a total of 8. But that doesn't get us there.
Yeah, so do we want to just get some money? Do we want to do the Anarchshire gamble and click for 4 credits?
I think so. I think we just click up, then Kushuk next turn.
Yeah.
It might actually be good just to levy here, to be honest, instead of Kushuking.
Yeah. But still with the 4-click play, so that we're ready to install some money cards. Yep, so here's the combo. They've only got 1 ice to res, but this is the thing that this deck does with the Surat City combo.
It's fine. They're really poor.
Yeah.
I would get your same old thing down.
Okay.
Then fire levy. I think we're gonna do that. I think that's the better play.
Okay, so let's fire levy.
Because they're not gonna win right now, and so
this is the turn, right?
This is the turn for us to get reset up, and this is great. We have 6 credits with liberated that we can put down, but I would not put it down yet. I would put the street peddler.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So we have a peddler, and a corroder. So do we want to peddle for another peddler?
Wait, there's not another peddler on there. It's dirty laundry, corroder, and black orchestra. So that's just dead, and just end our turn, and then we'll get some more money and we'll liberate it next turn. Maybe Chicken Rashida would have been good, but that's okay.
Their centrals are pretty porous, and we also have Spooned in hand, so we can just rip this off.
Do we care to rip that one off?
No. Or we could wait for another sentry to show up, and the second it gets rezzed,
Yep.
Yeet it into the abyss.
They must be flooded. Okay.
Morning, Chris. Morning, hot dog. All right, max flip hits data folding and daily cast. We get a clone chip.
Let's
Do we just want to hit and like triple liberated and do a setup? Do we think that's a Sandberg over there?
It's irrelevant. I mean, it's not irrelevant, but they have no money. So even if it is, so I think we draw here first.
Okay.
This is risky. This would be fun to play inject, but I don't think we do it yet. I think we play it next turn. I think we liberated
And hit it.
Hit it.
Hit it again.
Yeah.
Scarcity of resources. Come into the party late.
Yeah, it's way too late. So
So
this is
that's the baddie.
it's fine. So what we're gonna do here is, depending on what we get, we're probably gonna inject.
We got a daily cast.
Okay, that's great, and we also have a Kushik in the bin, which is good. Um, so let's inject. See what we get. Um, let's install Data Sucker.
Oh yeah, because we still have the one MU left, or the two leftover MU.
Let's Dirty Laundry Archives.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And then we're going to get the daily cast down, and then that will be a good next turn.
So we have to get rid of something.
A new subscriber arrives.
Activist meeting. Oh no,
It
clone
fills
chip.
you with
Clone chip. We don't need
determination.
clones anymore.
Hey,
Well-
Ned Jogging, thanks for the sub.
So I think the only thing you would maybe want clone chip for, in hindsight, now that we trashed it, is that like if they kill our Angolo somehow, it's a good reserve. But we also have Ret Run. We're not going to go into this server.
Yeah, we're gonna say no thanks.
Yep. I mean, we might lose just because of that, but so this is weird. It's only a single advancement because you were saying. So
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's hit R&D.
3, 4, 5. Right now we have 5 cards showing for.
Yeah.
So we just want to hit it normal,
No.
or do we want to?
We want to take a liberated, and we want to Kushik with same old thing. I think.
Okay. Let's do it.
This will give us insight to see what this ice is, because if it's like a sentry, we can then kill it next turn and then Kushik again.
Yep. So they're gonna do the chain of reses. That enables them to res the ice out here for 7, and then that enables them to res this for free or 1. So it's got 3 subroutines.
That's fine, but it is a little annoying. This is where Lamb is better, obviously, but I still think I like Angola better in this deck.
Well, the big thing is you got this Angolo because you wanted better strengths, right?
Exactly.
But this deck doesn't tax us on strengths. It taxes us on subs.
Which is fine.
All right, 5-card Kushik.
Feels good.
We whiff.
Okay. They're all in HQ.
Okay.
So
Doesn't really matter what we access here. Are we gonna try to go into HQ and see if we can?
What's the cost?
Right now it's 2 credits.
Play same old thing.
But yeah, you're pretty convinced that there's a lot of agendas in HQ.
Well, and the other thing too is we want to Kushik again because it shuffles R&D. So we can. It's pretty much a clean set every time. So we'll check HQ, and then we'll try and Kushik again.
Sounds good.
We might want to. I don't know.
If we get ahead on money, even though we might not use it, we might want to get Blorchestra out of the bin, just so we have the extra Kushik card.
The problem is then we hit our MU limit.
We can get rid of one.
I think so.
One data sucker for it, though. We have to decide what's more important to us: additional accesses, or
I just realized that same old thing was 2 credits because of the scarcity. We should have played Hacktivist.
Okay.
Let's Dirty Laundry.
Archives.
Can we Dirty Laundry HQ?
We should be able to get through whatever's there, right?
So that'll cost us 2. Hagen is what?
It's going to be 2 credits. Because we can use the data suckers to get it down to strength, but we have to break both subroutines or they get to trash a program.
So the risk here is I don't know if it's the. I think we need liberated or something. Um, Getting that Begot would have been good. So I think we liberated. So we have the credits because we need at least 7 generally to break most things. If it's like a.
Well,
If we
we have a ton of data suckers.
That's true. Let's go into HQ.
Yeah,
with
dirty
that.
laundry into HQ. We can get in. I believe in us.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in the me that believes in you. This is probably. There's the baddie. Yeah, so
Is
this.
that a code gate?
Yep.
What do these subs do? I don't even know what they do.
At this point, it enables them to pull a bunch of cards out of archives. So the first one says, draw up to X cards, whereas X is the number of next. Add up to X cards from archives to HQ, and shuffle up to X cards from HQ into R&D. It enables them to completely recycle all of their economy cards. At this juncture, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 next, so it would be 4 each time that fires.
So the question is when we go into R&D, is it okay to let them shuffle in cards from HQ?
Hey, Vicky, what's up? Hey! Alright, we got an SSL.
Let's try and Kushik next turn for the win.
Okay.
So just credit up.
Hopefully we'll get lucky and we'll flip Blorky into the bin so we can get that last card.
Sure, yeah. We want to do it before Daily Cast goes away. That's the thing.
Right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So we're not running that server. Oh, it's so tempting. But I think we have the money. I think we...
Do you want to inject first?
Well, what is in the heap right now? That's kind of... It's good because we're probably going to hit Sure Gambles and another Kushik. So we might be able to do this in more efficiently. So inject.
Look at you. You're like a psychic. So do you want me to Sure Gamble then Kushik?
Yeah. I mean, it was good odds.
Yeah. All right. So right now there's 4 res. This is 4 subroutines, which stinks.
It's okay. We're not running a lot in this deck, right? So like, our breakers are pretty efficient for this, I think.
Yeah, we're using the rainbow laser, right?
Dude, what in this world is someone post in general? This is funny.
Oh, when I first put your camera on, it auto adjusted your aspect ratio. Oh, jeez, the freaking Elon Musk.
That's funny.
But you were super wide, and they were making fun of it, and I went in and fixed it because it adjusted your camera angle to like a super wide angle because Skype.
I get it. Bring back wide, Kevin. I got it.
Yeah.
So I think we can win this here.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out. Man.
Nope. HQ is where it is.
Do we want to get rid of this austerity policy, or do we just say screw it? We don't care.
How much does it cost to trash? Let's
3.
access that.
3.
Let's access it. 3 is expensive, man.
We could just leave it.
I mean, if they put it down, like, that's really slow for them.
Okay, we'll just leave it, man. Do we want to put down this hacktivist meeting so that they can't res that NGO if it's an NGO?
I think it's an agenda.
Okay,
I really do.
So what do we want to do here then? Do we want to hit HQ again? It's going to be 5 credits.
No, because of SSL.
Okay.
Or because of Ikoa Project. And I think they would keep on the Ikoa Project into their hand.
Yeah.
I would think. I might be wrong. So I would either get down another same old thing or the Liberated. Liberated is actually kind of risky, so let's do same old thing right now.
Yeah, because that puts us down to 0.
Yep.
What are we getting rid of here? One of the hacktivists?
Yep, we don't need it here.
Yeah. Now, something else we could do, depending on how much longer this game goes on. We could turn Next Silver into a code gate to get rid of it, since it just keeps gaining more subroutines.
We should kill it.
Yeah.
I agree. We should kill it.
But that is going to be reasonably expensive for us.
Why aren't they scoring this? So we poke HQ.
Okay.
Let's think though first. So this is the other question. Oh, what they might be doing is advancing, putting the next agenda into server 1. That's might be why they're over advancing.
Yeah. Now there's a baddie in there.
Yeah. So then that sets them up to
Kill us. If this is a,
we're never running that server.
Right.
We're never running it. Advance. So we want to check HQ while we can before they install the agenda.
Okay.
So we're not. I was thinking peace in our time, but we're not going to do that. We're going to run HQ.
Okay, let's run HQ.
Data sucker might have been a waste of clicks. I think you're right. This is taxing on subs, but
It's okay. That happens.
I like this strategy. We're not going to play your game. Yeah.
We got it. Good game. Yeah. That was.
I think this is a fun deck.
Yeah. No. I mean, this was very fun. We have a hard time fully maximizing Kashuk, but I don't think that's necessarily the end of the world.
Yeah. I mean, so like, what is the max? 6?
The max is 6. Yeah.
And we got 4 and 5s. That's still pretty good. And it's deep data mining, right? But it's especially against this type of deck where they have such low agenda density. Even though, did we see any agendas that way? We saw them all in HQ, right?
No. I think we Kushooked the very, very first one.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And then we whiffed twice.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I was trying to think if there anything else would be useful in this deck. The only problem with Angola, like I see why it's 4 influence, so it would be nice to have another piece in our time or other things, but I'm trying to think like what you could eliminate. We never stim hacked either.
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I feel like if you're doing any kind of like alternative breaker plan, sometimes it feels super duper bad to use stim hack. Like stim hack doesn't fit neatly into, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So one thing that is nice is if this was a different deck, like where we were actually checking server 1, stim hack is really valuable. But since like we were decided that we're not going to be checking server 1, I mean, I decided, I don't know what you decided, but I decided I don't want to check server 1. I don't want to risk losing my stuff or dying or whatever it is. So I think like you need it to be able to check that server sometimes. So I don't know if you cut it.
Yeah. Well, that was a pretty solid first game. We got some good talking points and worked through everything pretty well. So I'm pretty pleased with it.
But if you notice, like the first round through the deck is a lot of drawing and just getting set up.
Which makes sense.
I've even thought about like, would I have Worse be a good card in there? Maybe even better than Inject. But I love Inject because there's not a lot of breakers.
I mean, it always feels good.
Getting 4 cards. Yeah. You get 4 cards a lot. You get 4 cards a lot.
Yeah, like it always feels good. All right.
The funny thing is I actually don't install MK very much. We're gonna. Oh, this is RP. This is not bad.
I mean, the Hacktivist is certainly pretty good.
Yeah. They're gonna have spiky ice.
What do we think?
The ret run is okay. To be honest, I'd be more aggressive. with my mulligan.
Look at this. So greedy.
Max, you can be greedy, I think. And this is the data fold. Early data foldings are better than early sure gambles.
Russell asks, why Corroder over Lamb?
Because I have Angolo. And
Balder, go.
because I mean I would do paperclip if I could, but I can't do that.
So we have Dirty Laundry and Trigamba goes into the bin.
Before you run, let's Street Peddler. I like to Street Peddler early before drawing, to when I don't have breakers available.
So there's a cast on there. That's nice.
Yep, and let's draw.
Ooh, we got the Bagat this time.
So this is the tempting part.
We could drop Bagat and Dirty Laundry right into HQ.
That's pretty greedy though, because then we can't get data folding down or daily cast. It feels greedy.
Well, we could just Dirty Laundry and then drop data folding and just hold the Bagat in our hands.
And then what does that give us? That gives us the money to be able to do daily cast as well. I think that's the better play.
Okay, so let's do that.
If we hit a snare, that sucks.
I mean, that's life, right? Oh, or instead,
that's even better.
we could get the really good thing.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
So this is a match where contesting remotes is kind of important because we don't want them to sneak out Niseis.
Okay. So we flipped Blork and a Data Sucker, and we pull an Inject.
So Inject is super risky here because they've iced archives.
Right, and we could draw 4 like installables.
Well, the biggest one to lose is Corroder because we have Black Orchestra and MK
in the bin.
I don't think it's that big of a risk because we have clone chips.
So you want to hit it?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, you love that card. I love that card. We did hit 2 programs. Hey, now we've got the full complement in there.
Yep. So I would lay down your Liberated and a Same Old Thing.
I'll then hit it once. Or do you want me to draw here?
Draw.
Oh, look at that. Saving that sweet, sweet gamble.
We should have drawed first click, but that's okay.
We also have a piece.
We're going to play that.
Russell loves the card piece in our time, doesn't he? Russell just loves that card.
I don't know. I don't understand the sarcasm in your voice. Can you explain more?
Russell has frequently talked me off of Peace in Our Time because he is, not incorrectly, of the mind that you should never, as the runner, be in the business of giving the corp money.
I disagree, but that's fine. So this is an interesting spot where this is actually at play, what he's saying, because this could be an NGO, but it could be a Nisei. If it were me, I would try and sneak out a Nisei.
Because we've got no money, right?
Yep. I mean, we do have money. We have Liberated.
No, right, but we don't have. We're not showing a lot of threat currently, right? So this is probably a barrier on this, right? This is probably a border control on server 2. Balder, stop.
Maybe. I don't know. Russell just messaged me. He said he's literally never said that to you, Dan.
Okay, so I must be thinking of somebody else who hates Peace in Our Time.
Why
are you messaging Kevin behind my back?
So let's start and see what we draw.
All right. So the max flip is a Liberated in a daily cast, and we get another daily cast.
So to be honest, like, we really can't contest right now. We could. So what are the risks that we could hit? So the play would be like Liberated, Sure Gamble, hit HQ or R&D, check server 2.
A new subscriber arrives.
They're going to be on 8 credits.
Fills you with determination.
A Nancy would be pretty painful. What are your thoughts?
So I don't think we can contest. I think we focus on setting up.
So then we Peace in Our Time then.
Yep.
And then I would draw.
Yep. We got a spoon. That's going to be huge in this matchup because if we can peel ice off a central.
Yep. So we're gonna. Oh wait. So we have 2 clicks.
Yep.
We can't draw and play. We need to play. So play daily cast.
Yep. So the duel of the Niseis is going. All right. So Corroder went into the bin, but we pulled Ngolo. So Ngolo will enable us to play Ret Run.
Yeah. Let's draw. So let's do another setup here of data folding, Bagat, and Ngolo. And I think we want to hit HQ. The question is, do we want to deal with this Sundew?
Well, we can't hit HQ this turn.
I know. Do we want to? I'm planning my next turn. Sorry.
Yep.
Do we want to get rid of this Sundew? It's going to make him a lot of money this game, huh?
We can try to get through it depending on what gets rezzed on HQ, right?
They haven't installed a lot of ice, so.
How's everything coming through? We're both doing green screen, so is everything like visually coming through okay for everybody? All right, so they just armored up HQ.
Because they don't want us to be able to ret run. So we kind of need to. So let's force them to res this ice.
So we're gonna hit HQ.
Let's hit R&D.
Do you want me to take any money or draw first?
No, we don't need the money.
Okay.
That's annoying.
But now, we did satisfy our run essential requirement, so we could go check the Sundew now.
I would do that.
Yeah, let's jack out. Let's go check that Sundew, because that Sundew, we can't suffer that, right? Oh, perfect. Now, do we want to pull Black Orchestra out of the bin?
No.
Okay.
It gives us MU problems.
Oh, right, because we don't have any chippies down yet. So let's get in there.
Yeah, I think trashing this is important.
So they only have 6 credits left, so let's think about what can get rezzed.
Kakugo, so let's check HQ.
Yeah, I don't think anything miserable is going to get rezzed, right?
Nothing miserable.
Like, that new Sentry could get rezzed, but we have the money to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. We have the money to deal with most things.
Yeah. We're going to get a Bagat trigger here, and we steal another Nisei.
That's really good.
It's really good. So all the Niseis are out of play, which is very, very good.
The question here is, we got a Bagat Fire. How worried are we about Corroder is the real question, right?
You want to see if maybe we can go for the Ret Run now?
I don't know. To be honest, I would take a Liberated.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the safe play, but I do think we should be concerned about getting Corroder down relatively soon. We can also spoon Kakugo, and then we don't take the damage, as Rob mentions in the chat.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, so it's Rob who hates Peace in Our Time, who told me that I should never play Peace in the Time.
So that's another R.
Yeah. No, Russell and Rob are the 2 people that I talk to the most about my decks and deck building, probably. So they are the 2 people that I have like blended in my head when I'm evaluating cards. I'm sorry to have maligned you, Russell. All right, so Levy's in the bin. Street Peddler hits the bin, and we've got a sure gamble.
So, do we have Kushiks available to us?
No. There's not one in the trash.
So the thing which would be nice is to be able to Kushik because we got 1, 2, 3, 4 things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this is also still we're still setting up as the first time through the deck.
Right.
So I would draw.
So the other thing is we could poke HQ here, try to force an ice res, and then that could open them up for the ret run.
Yeah. Let's poke. I like that.
Yeah. Because if they just let us into HQ, we get another Begot trigger.
Yep. I like it. Kakugo is like a real pain, but it's not scary.
Yeah. Or Max, we were anticipating that we were going to lose a few cards, right?
Oh my gosh, this is a great res.
For us, because it's so cheap and it just nuked their money.
Yeah, it's great res for us.
Yeah.
I don't think you res that card.
I think Begot makes people do crazy stuff, man. We're gonna
Trash.
Do you want me to ret run?
Sure gamble, then ret run.
Now this is gonna break our MU.
Oh, so look at the heap real quick.
Yeah.
We have no mem strips, so we're gonna try and get it here this next turn.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna.
Oh, they use the Nisei to cancel the ret run.
That's okay. That's even better.
Yeah. Now we don't have to lose data folding.
That's even better. So.
Do we want to draw for it? We lost 1 meme strips.
Let's draw. Yeah, we're gonna want it.
We do get a Kushik in hand, which feels pretty okay.
Yeah, let's actually.
Do we want to spoon to then Kushik?
Hold on. Let's look at our heap real quick.
Yep.
So we have like our 3 is we have Begot, we have mem strips. I'm looking at all of our cards that are 3 cost. Our daily casts are how many? 1, 2, 3 are in. Another data folding would be nice, and a mem strip. So yeah, let's search for another data folding and a mem strips. Draw again. Let's play same old thing. I would get rid of the piece, and I would get rid of the hacktivist. We could close this game out next turn by spooned Kushik.
All right. So the flip, we lose data folding and ice carver.
Let's do an inject.
For 2 cards?
Oh, no, never mind. Well, does it save you a click?
It does.
So do it.
So Corroder goes into the bin.
Oh, we should have thought about that. Oh, well.
Put meme strips down.
Yeah, that's okay. So I think they might be doing a...
Do we want to try to ret run? They only have 3 credits.
Yeah. So what do we think that R&D ice is?
I'm gonna guess that it's probably either a thimble rig, or it's like when I played this style of deck, I had like 1 or 2 roto turrets in this build with the Marcus baddies.
So Kakugo is our biggest problem right now.
Right.
It's not actually breaking Kakugo. It's
removing it.
We need to get rid of it. So the question is what is this ice? Like if we can't spoon reasonably, right? So let's just check R&D.
Let's just poke it and see if we get a res.
Yep, and if it's like a Kakugo, then let's get rid of one of them.
Right, so are we going to just jack out since they didn't res?
That might have been a mistake. Maybe we should have spooned that. Gosh. Let's spoon it. Let's just...
Jack out and spoon it?
Yeah. Gotta spoon it.
When a problem comes along.
Yep, I like this play.
Yep, and it dies before we take the damage.
Yep, I like it.
So preemptive.
It's fine.
Oh, we can go kill that.
Yeah. So here's the question: is do we want to?
Do we want to treat Kashuk like a Maker's Eye?
Feels a little bad.
Well, I'm sorry. It's one better than a Maker's Eye. We also haven't checked the cards that we flipped with Bagat. There's still 2 face downs in the bin.
Yeah, those are like kind of towards the end. So let's
Yep.
let's Kashuk just to do it. Just say no problem to him. That's fine.
All right, we're gonna get to see 4 cards. Fetal AI. Do we take it?
So what is that? It takes 2 net damage.
Yep.
2 net damage.
2 credits.
2 credits. Let's do it.
So we don't have any cards in hand. So,
We could Kashuk again.
but then if we we don't ever have to take the fetal. But if we see another fetal, we can't take it.
It's true, but we could win. And I don't think it actually puts us in too much risk because they're really poor. And then we can still levy next turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just.
It feels like a really safe play because you get to access what you want. Okay, no.
Do we want to get rid of the Bio Vault? Or do we not care?
How much is Bio Vault?
2 credits.
2 credits. We want our money. I think more.
Okay. And then do we want to just hit Liberated last click?
Yep. Because we're gonna try and Kushik again. How much is Kakugo to res?
4.
So that's not a Kakugo, I don't think, right?
Do you want me to see what this is?
Let's Kushik. Because we can just jack out if we have to. It's not going to be too painful, I don't think. We can steal Fetal, which is true.
Nothing good. We can get rid of a Sundew.
Let's trash that.
We got to get this down.
Let's Liberated. And then...
Or do we want to wait to play it so we can absorb 1 Neural EMP?
Exactly.
Yep, so I'll just take the money. That way that Liberated is in there.
I mean, they might double Neural if they have that kind of stuff, but...
No, but I'm saying going down to 0 cards is definitely not the right choice. Alright, so do we want to just drop this and levy?
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
Butter, could you not knock stuff over? Because I'm not paying attention to you? That would be...
That felt, I mean, this felt like a good first run through of the deck. Is that your cat?
Yeah. He got stuck on my subwoofer, then pulled it down on top of him. Alright, so we levied.
Let's draw. And then ditch Black Orchestra. I mean, this is an uphill battle for them.
Because we got the Niseis.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna win actually.
Yeah, Sanjay's like, Levy and Max, what is this, 2018?
This deck needs it because we're so aggressive early with our draw.
Alright. Do we want a piece here? They've already got a ton of money.
Let's piece, draw.
Come on, JNet. There we go.
Let's wait for the next turn to do that.
Do we want to draw again?
Well, what are we going to play? I think you actually sure gamble. What do you play is the question. Get data sucker or dirty laundry on the pad. Like that's the only thing I would do.
Well, we can't dirty laundry the pad because they're
Oh,
RP.
you're right.
Yeah, we'll just data sucker it up. Now turns and turns are going by, so there's also probably at least one agenda in HQ, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they're building up to try to push.
It's a philotic, I think.
Yeah. So what do
That's
we
what I
want to do? So on the flip, clone ship and same old thing goes into the bin. We do have a Kushik in hand.
So I think
We're only showing Black Orchestra in the bin though.
I think we inject here. Corroder is the biggest risk, right?
Right.
I would still inject.
You're a man of principles. All right, so MK goes into the bin.
Which is good. So let's, because we're trying to set up here to have a daily cast down. That's perfect to be able to get a better Kushik. So, sure gamble. Let's actually check HQ real quick because we have the money.
Yep.
And then
because we could just win.
We could just win, and then we play the. This is a total of how much? 10.
10.
It's fine.
Do we want to pull Black Orchestra so it's on the table for Kushik?
We can't use our MU for. Oh, we would have the MU.
Or do you want to just leave it? I don't think we have to do it. It's just another thing that we could have.
I don't think it's necessary right now.
Okay.
I think if they res a code gate on our
R&D run, then we definitely take that.
For sure.
I really like this build. I think it's really inventive and really neat and is definitely a different thought process than I'm used to with Max, so I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, it's like... I don't know. I feel like I've been trying to... I mean, I love trashing ice and stuff and trashing stuff, but sometimes I feel like it's... I feel like these are pretty fun games.
So are we going to trash this Bio Vault? Because they can end the Kushik's runs with them.
Yes. I like that.
And then you want me to put the cast down so we have another card for Kushik?
Yes.
So now we're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for Kushik.
Yep.
Now, unless this is double barrier, we should be able to get into R&D for a Kushik.
Yep.
Alright. We draw another Kushik, inject, and another daily cast goes into the bin.
So I think we... Kushik here.
Alright. The only thing that stops us is double barrier.
Which they might do, which is not...
Not what that is, so we'll go get MK.
Yep. It's an expensive res.
It's an expensive break, too.
Wait, so that... We have to do it twice?
We have to do it twice.
Okay, yep. Keep going. We might be able to still...
What?
Okay, so what does this cost us?
So it's 2 to break it. It's going to be 9. We have exactly enough.
We can't steal Feedles then.
Feedle is not the only agenda in their deck.
Yeah, but I'm just saying we just won't be able to steal the Feedles. That's fine. We have to break it, so we might as well get our accesses, right?
Yeah.
What is the net damage?
It's 2 net damage.
Per... What are all the subs? Can you read them?
It's 2 net damage, and the run.
Yeah, let's break them all.
Yeah. Because in order for us to keep the money that we need for Fetal, we'd have to take 4 net damage, which means we wouldn't be able to steal Fetal anyway.
You might be able to contest this server too, though. 4 credits.
Oh, we can just take this Obokata.
Even better.
Good game, well played. Not bad.
So that is the deck. How long have we been going here?
A little over an hour.
Yeah, I probably should wrap it up, but those are fun games, man.
Yeah, well, we won 3, right?
And we only played twice.
I
They
do
were
we
just
only
long.
play
They were just longer games.
But yeah, it's a solid build. I really like it. I'll definitely be testing it out, and I'm sure making it worse.
So I'm on 46 cards, so figuring out a card to cut is good.
Well, let's think about that real quick.
Okay.
So I think something
So-
that I noticed when we were playing is that we didn't play a single stim hack.
So we could, yeah, because like Stim Hack is only for contesting the remote, right?
Right.
And we were focused so hard on R&D, so you could potentially go down to 1.
Yeah.
But it is an amazing card.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
But Got also feels kind of bad for me because I'm not on Maw.
But I think it's a 3-coster, and
That's the only reason it's there.
It's a but it's a 3-coster that also still does something good, right?
Of course, yeah.
Now, have you given any thought to cutting the Street Peddlers and putting in like a Mimic? Because the Mimic's 3 cost, and you're running 2 Data Suckers.
So I've thought about that. The thing about the Street Peddlers that are really nice is you want draw, right? Because you want to get your Ngolo, and they're the safest way to draw and hit Ngolo and stuff like
Right,
that.
because it doesn't clog up your hand. It draws 3 cards without them having to enter your hand.
Like, I even thought going to 3 Street Peddler and going to 2 Inject, but I love Inject is so nice.
Inject's a great card.
So my philosophy with like card numbers, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, but the way I always think about it is I have 3 of if I want to see it turn 1, right? I have 2 of if I want to see it mid game, and then sometimes the other way it is like I just want to play this card a lot. Like if it's like your main win condition, like Kushik, like I would love to go to 3 if I could, but I just don't have the influence.
Yeah, you just don't have the influence for it.
So like Peace in Our Time is one I would love to have it a 3 of because I want to see it like turn 1.
Right.
So Street Peddler, that's the question is like Street Peddler might be better at 3 because you want to see it turn 1. Whereas Inject isn't really good early because you run a huge risk. It's good like right away, but you run the risk of killing your programs.
Right.
I've had worse than other better options.
Inject is also just a great late game draw. Like once all your programs are gone after the levy,
amazing.
Inject just drawing basically 4 money cards just
Exactly.
feels incredible.
So, but like you might, that's what I'm saying. You might be able to go to 2. Hacktivist Meeting, I actually haven't been playing a lot against people, but it's a really currents are really important to have.
I agree. Yeah, it's tough. Like this is a very tight list where everything's pretty useful to the deck, right? And
Data Sucker could go to 1.
Data Sucker could go to 1, but man, when you get a Data Sucker when the servers are still open, it can be game changing, right?
Well, let's think about it this way. So if we have a full rig set up, which we rarely do, to be honest,
Yeah.
you would have Ngolo, you would have Corroder, MK, and that's using all 4 of your MU. No, 5 of your MU. Can you even do that? Yeah. You use 4 of your MU, and that means you have 3 MU left over, and you need 2 extra MU, so you can only have 1 Data Sucker.
That's true.
So,
And it makes the clone chip better for the second pass because you can go rip like a Data Sucker out of the trash.
yeah, so I think having 2, maybe going to 1 Corroder, like it's tough.
What about if we cut the Data Suckers entirely and got 1 David? David's 3 cost.
David is a little bit of a nombo because of the mem strips. Mem strips is only for
Viruses.
And when you have an ice carver down, things become a pain because you want to break them with David at 5.
Right.
It only really helps. What it helps with is 6 cost stuff, and the only 6 cost thing that you really need to worry about is DNA tracker.
Right. But yeah, I'll keep putzing around with it, and I'll see what I come up with. But yeah, Kevin, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, it was real fun. I mean, love Netrunner, love Max, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this.
Yeah, and until we see all of you lovely Netrunner humans again, always be running.